was an alpha? Guys, be honest. Do any of you, what do you guys know about alpha, beta, omega? Can I teach you guys about it? I was telling Mofu about it. Mofu's never read any fanfics or something, and she was just like, what the hell? And she kept getting it confused. Can I teach you guys about it? Do you guys know anything? Where do we start at? Okay, listen. I know Alpha and Omega, the movie. Dude, that's literally what Mofu said. And I was like, no, it's different. And listen, then I started telling her about it, but then she was like, the whole time she literally thought I was talking about wolves fucking. Like, she thought I was actually like talking about dogs. She didn't think I was talking about like humans. And so then I was like, no, they're like, it's humans. Just with these things. And she was like, so they're furries? And I'm like, no, they're not furries. They look like me and you. And then she's like, so they're anthropomorphic? And I'm like, no, listen. listen. In the ABO-verse, that's what they call it, in the Omegaverse, the ABO, alpha, beta, omega, okay? Typically, alphas are, how do you say this? Everyone has pheromones, okay? Everyone has pheromones, like, and you have scent glands. So you have scent gland on your neck, sometimes maybe on your thigh or something, it depends on what fic you read, and maybe on your wrist, okay? You have scent glands, which, you know, we have pheromones too. We have places we're supposed to put perfume and shit, right? But listen, scent glands on your neck. Now, it depends on where you read, but typically, alphas have their own scent, and you will have a scent that's designated to you. Like, for example, let's say there's an omega that smells like vanilla and cinnamon, but then the alpha smells like a tree and fire or whatever, right? Okay? So, depending on what fanfic you read, alpha and omega will have like true mate. And so it's like they smell each other's pheromones because you can smell them. You can smell them across the room or whatever. And like that's who you want to be with, okay? Like you're like, wow, that's my omega, that's my alpha, okay? Betas don't really have anything like that. Usually, depending on what you read it. Betas are, they can't really smell or sniff. So they're just like regular people basically. Now then, here's where things get difficult. Let's stay innocent for a second. Whenever alphas court an omega, they will court them, which is kind of just like chivalry, okay? Okay, guys, are we taking it down? It's kind of like chivalry. Well, betas can smell, they just don't really have a strong scent. And they're not really affected by alpha and omega. So like an alpha would be really affected by an omega and vice versa, but betas can't really get it. Yeah, alphas will court an omega. So let's say you guys are my alpha, you're courting me, you will give me like earrings. And then if I wear the earrings, it's like I'm accepting your courtship. Okay, like that. Now there's cycles, okay, Jables, there's cycles kick, okay? Every few months, to be honest, I don't know if periods exist in this world. Because instead of periods, because usually typically women are omegas, I hate to say it, omegas get a heat. Yeah, something called a heat every few months, which means they basically go on all fours and arch their back. Now here's the interesting thing about heats, and depending on which thing you read, they have something called slick. Okay, now I'm sure you can keep in your mind what you think slick is, but here's the part that confuses me a little bit. There's a lot of ABO-verse in gay fanfics, okay? But here's the thing, the male omega gets slick, but it's not where women would. It's a place where I could never because I don't have one. I'm sure that helps you know what I'm talking about. Like, whatever, I don't even know what slick does. Slick exists in real life for women already. Why are we calling it slick now? But what slick is basically like, it tastes like your scent. Allegedly, according to some of these, depending on what fanfic you read, okay? It would taste like your scent. Now alphas have something similar to a heat, where every few months they go into something called a rut, R-U-T. Now, when they go into their rut, or when they do something, they have a knot. And the thing is, when the alphas are in a rut, and listen guys, I'm not talking about wolves, but we could be, this could be informational. The alpha wants to knot an omega, okay? And fill the omega with their pups. What have we learned? Alpha, knot, omega, slick, okay? Now here's the thing. Depending on what fanfics you read, sometimes when an omega gets into her heat, or their heat, then...
This is what I'm listening to while working.
I'm so sorry, Jables. Thank you so much for the resub with Prime. Mwah, I love you. Listen, in the fanfics, sometimes if an omega is on their early signs of the heat, if there's an alpha that likes him, it may send the alpha into a rut, and vice versa. Gomi, did you take your pills today? I did. But here's the thing that I don't like about them. Sometimes if you read them, and I don't really read them much anymore, but you know, when I was like 12 years old, I was reading them a lot. Sometimes it feels really weird because here's the thing about fanfics, and I have to be honest about this. Not even fanfics, books in general. I like the slow burn. I like the angst. So like I like slow burn. Like even with shows, if they get together like episode 3 and then they're like kissing or effing or something, I'm like, what the hell's going on? Why are we here already? I need it to be like I wanted to take a while. Yeah, I want the tension. One would go in the heat and then, oh, okay, wait, guys. Yes, Wise King Man. It's a journey. Guys, I completely missed out something. In this world, they have bonding marks, okay? So remember I talked about synth clans. In this world, you have your mate by biting them during intercourse. Okay, so your alpha would bite your neck, the omega would bite your neck, you guys have a bonding mark. Now you're a bonded pair and you can feel each other's emotions through the mate mark. But sometimes in these fics, it's literally like they just meet and then they mate and now they're mated. And it's like, why are we mated right now? I don't know you. This is just like, I told you guys, listen, I told you I got this lesbian light novel once because I was like, you know what, let me see what the women are cooking with. I got this light novel. I read it, literally page 1, it said she was sitting there with her toes out and her feet were so cute and tiny and so small and so cute and I loved her feet. I wanted to tickle them. And I'm like, what the fuck? A woman wrote this? And then I looked it up and it was a man and I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, someone wants me to get into soulmates. Okay, listen, soulmate tropes. There's a lot of different soulmate tropes. So it really depends on which kinds you want. For example, one kind of soulmate is you have a name written on your wrist, okay? Like, let's say you, like, you're born with a name written on your wrist, and on your wrist, your name is, written on your wrist is Gomi, and written on my wrist is, Aaron Taylor Johnson. And then on Aaron Taylor Johnson's wrist, it would be Gomi, and that would mean we're soulmates. That's one type. This is not even TikTok fanfics. This existed way before TikTok did, buddy. My wrist says Sydney Sweeney. Bro, more like Sydney Swingy. Yeah, guys, yeah, y'all know what I mean. Respect women, guys. Listen, another trope, instead of a name written on your wrist, it's like the first thing they say to you. And a lot of times people like using this one as like, the first thing they say is like, oh shit, you're ugly or something. And they're like, I don't want to meet my soulmate. It says, oh shit, you're ugly. Like, what am I going to do? But then it's like, they actually bump into him. He's like, oh shit, you're ugly. And he means like, I don't know. he means like, oh shit, your dog's ugly or something like that. You know what I mean? It's like misunderstanding. And on another thing, guys, I hate misunderstanding tropes. I hate miscommunication tropes. I hate that. Just talk to each other. Just talk. Everything would be solved if people would just talk. Oh, there's another soulmate one where your world is black and white until you meet your soulmate and then your world goes into color. Hi, Shekai. Oh, bro. You can see color, bro. Shut up. Shekai, can I call you real fast? Wait, dude, let me just call VFail. Let's see who picks up. Okay, Shekai, listen. Are you on your phone?
Yeah, my Discord doesn't work on PC right now.
Listen. So the alphas have ruts, and they have a knot, and then the omegas have slick, and the male omegas also have slick sometimes that comes out of their booty hole. But the alpha wants to knot the omega to get them full and bred with their pups. But then they have to bite the mating mark in order to be bonded and to be a pair.
Yeah.
Now, are you an alpha, an omega, or beta?
I think I'm a alpha, probably.
What do you think I am?
Omega, maybe?
Bro, I hung up on her bitch ass. Shekai, I love you. Shekai would be an alpha or beta. I definitely don't think she's an omega. Yeah, no. Shekai is definitely not, because Shekai, you like femme girls, don't you? You like girls that are really feminine, and that's just a stereotype, guys. That's just a stereotype that she wouldn't be. But you know what I mean? Yeah. You would want an omega. Wait a second. Is that why she said I'd be omega, guys? Because I would be her omega. Oh, Sweaty's calling me. Okay, Sweaty, listen. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So the alphas have knot, and really they just want to be in a tight heat. And the omega has slick. So the alpha wants to go knot the omega to give them their pups, but they're not mated yet. So the alpha has to bite their neck and mate them to breed them and to fill them with their pups.
That's what we call pup maxing, bro.
And would you be an alpha, beta, or omega?
I feel like, considering I play League, it's either alpha or
No.
omega.
You'd be a beta, bro. You'd be a beta now, just for saying League. What do you think I would be?
You would not give dick. I'm sorry. Out of all of us, I think Shakai's the alpha.
No. Yeah, Shakai's the alpha, but like, why do you think I could not give?
You know damn well why you can't give. I don't need I want to be a hentai voice actor when I grow up.
I never said that. That's Fifi. That's Fifi.
That's both of you. You'd be like, I'll pop a litter in you guys, baby girl. Oh, this is a wild fanfic.
Bro, I left for a second and I came back and you said that. Wait, who said that? Shekai?
I said Shekai would take both of you on at the same time. I'd say she'd pop a litter in you, baby girl.
Oh my god. Wait, but she could take you too. Shekai has 3 cocks.
Oh my god. Yes! I mean, it's so awful. Who would want that? Oh.
Listen.
Shekai, call me. I miss you.
My wife, braless by the way, comes to bring me a sandwich unasked for while I'm going mid down the lane.
Shut up! I know this fucking meme.
I hung up on her too. Guys, listen. Listen. The lore drop. Listen. Fifi and I said we would want to voice a hentai. You guys know there's art of me and Fifi in the onsen together. Unasked for, by the way. Whatever the hell he says. Baby, finally, she stopped yapping. Do you guys want me to continue? What else? What's another freaking messed up trope? Oh, there's these tropes where like it's like called like they make it's so cringe. They make like dark versions of people. Do you guys remember back in the day there was fucking like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, but it was like Darkiplier and what was Jacksepticeye? You know, and like it was dude so cringe. It was literally when Markiplier had like the pink hair and Jacksepticeye had the blue hair. Antiseptic, dude, literally so gross. I think I cringe so much thinking about it. Like it's so cringe. But listen, you know, I mentioned I was rewatching The Avengers, okay? So, you know, I was like, let me dabble, let me look up a thing or two. They have these things where it's like Dark Steve Rogers. And it was probably back then, around during that time when that happened. Yeah, dude, they made Dark Steve, bro. Dark Steve is like, yeah, I stalk you. You think I wouldn't know anything about you? I'm stalking you, bro. And you're my woman and stuff. You think he would do that, bro? I understand it's not canon, but like, I'm like, bro, that is so cringe. Gomi, can we get a diagram? Do you want the alpha diagram? I could do that. I thought of doing it. Evil Gomi. I'm dark Gomi right now. No, wait, guys, I have a version. Guys, I'm not normal Gomi. I'm dark Gomi. It is PlayStation Jungle Mix 01. Drum and bass, atmospheric, liquid, vocal, intelligent, etc. And speaking of liquid, guys, I really am just curious about Slick, okay? Because like they make women have it in the fanfics, right? And I'm like, is that not that's a naturally occurring thing? Maybe not for your guys' women, because I don't know if you do well enough for that. But in real life, it is a thing, you know. And you know, to be fair, you guys most of you don't even have women, so so who am I to judge? Look, alpha equals and guys, it looks like this. I can't draw it too bad, but it's like this. That's what a knot would be like. Alpha equals knot equals rut. And then it gets stuck, by the way. It gets stuck in the omega, and then they have to sit like that for like 15 minutes, by the way. Pheromone. Scent. Beta equals nothing. Equals calm. Now, omega equals slick equals heat equals get pregnant. Yeah. Now here's the confusing part. Male omegas equals slick equals heat equals get pregnant. Now here's the thing. Oh, and by the way, they can also milk. Okay, but here's where the confusing part is. Do male omegas have uteruses? Can they only give C-sections? Does it come out of their booty hole? What happens? What happens? You lost the plot, dude. Can you not tell it through this? Can you guys not tell through this what the lore is? Guys, it's simple. Alpha has a knot, and when they get in their rut, they want a knot in omega. Beta is nothing. They're like a calming figure. Most of the time, betas get with betas. Omega has slick, has a heat. When they're in heat, they want a knot, and they get pregnant, and they have milk. Now, male omegas also have slick, also get a heat, also want a knot, also get pregnant, also have milk. I'm teaching this for your benefit, guys. If you get with a girl that's on the internet, she's probably gonna know this. What's the end game with this? Joe, just Infinity War, I don't know, just for you guys to know. Oh, okay, this is called ABO-verse. ABO-verse, also known, AKA Omegaverse. Okay, listen. Okay, yeah. Here's the confusing part. Alphas, betas, omega. Alphas can be anyone. Omegas can be anyone. And omegas can be anyone. Okay, now here's the thing. Stereotypically, women, but it depends on what you read, because if you read boy love ones, men love, the men will also be omega. But then there's also, listen. Okay, so... guys, we have so much to get into. Typically, the pairing is alpha x omega and beta x beta. But here's the thing. There's some, I won't call them freaks, okay? But there's some people out there that don't like that dynamic, and they ship alpha and alpha together. Okay, a prime example of this would be two manly men, okay? So we talked about Steve Rogers and Bucky earlier. So it would be like Cap and Winter Soldier would both be alphas, but they'd be mated. And then in this story, they would put something along the lines of like, it would be like, alpha and alphas aren't usually together, so they were looked down upon, but really it's true love, and you know what I mean? Which one gets pregnant? None. Neither get pregnant. And so usually then this leads into something else if they wanted to do like a surrogate something, but then they fall in love with an Omega, and then there's like 3 bonded. Because apparently, according to fanfics, it doesn't have to be two people bonded, it can be 3. It can be 4, they can, oh, okay, listen. Now we get into the topic, there's packs. Typically, there's an alpha leader, and he's like above all the other alphas. The other alphas listen to him. But then there's a Omega leader also, and she's like the lead Omega leader. Now here's the weird part. The part that I find uncomfortable, okay? If you're reading a gay one, it'll be like alpha, and he'll be the dad, like they're both men. Man, Omega, but they call him like Mammy or something. They'll like call him like something weird, you know, like Mammy, and it's like, bro, just call him dad too. Ugh. Pissing me off. Now listen. I don't want to be that person, because like I call the people that called like that were into Alpha X Alpha weird, but hear me out. Now hold up and listen to me. The thing is, they don't get bred. Like they can't. If it's a male Omega and a female Omega, clearly one of them has something that can go into the other. Now, if we're talking about alpha and alpha, usually it is a switch situation. But here's the thing. Omegas are physically allowed to take knots, but alphas are not physically meant to. So that's where it gets tricky. Guys. Is it making sense to you guys? No, there is biting. Biting equals bonded equals soulmate kind of thing. Alpha can pair with alpha and bite. Omega can pair with alpha and bite. Beta can bite. Omega can bite, and then so on and so forth. You know, you have your beta, alpha, beta, omega, and each can bite. Yeah, they call it a bond. When you bite equals bonded pair equals mates. Now, imprinting doesn't really exist in this world. It's not like fanfic. It's not like Twilight. It's not like you're imprinted. It's like their scent. You like smell their scent, and then it like starts your rut or your heat, and you know that it happens. You imprinted on my daughter? You nicknamed her after the Loch Ness Monster? Okay, listen. Bite equals bonded pace, imprintment. You're fucked in the head. Why am I fucked in the head? Oh, I know what I was gonna tell you. Because this is fucked. I'm pretty sure ABO got invented because supernatural fanfics. Now on that note, I think, you know, I was talking about like why Slick existed. I think Slick invented for gay ships. Okay, I think that's why it was created. Oh, and then there's scent glands. Like if an alpha's jealous, scent each other. Let's say you're an alpha and your Omega goes talk to someone and you're jealous, you would then like rub your face in their scent gland and put your scent on them so then they smell like you. You can be an alpha and not have to knot someone. Because I think, it's the personality. So like the personality of an alpha can be like, a woman can be an alpha where they're like dominant and stuff, but they would still get pregnant. The woman would get pregnant. We go on to something else. MCR, wait. 9/11 happens. We've talked about this one before. 9/11 happens. Gerard Way witnesses, makes MCR, My Chemical Romance, okay? Gerard Way made My Chemical Romance because he sees life is so small, life is so short, because he witnessed 9/11 happen because he was in New York. Are you following? Listens to MCR, has steamy dream, writes Twilight, okay? Listen, you guys, I don't know if you guys actually know this, and Robert Pattinson has talked about it. Stephanie Meyers had a dream where she had a steamy dream with a vampire, and so Twilight literally is a self-insert. Like actually, she made a self-insert about herself with Edward. And it was based off My Chemical Romance, right? Reads Twilight, make fanfic, 50 Shades of Grey. Read 50 Shades of Grey, gay 1D fic, 50 Shades of Pain, introduce 11-year-old Gomi to smut on her mother's laptop. You guys can't see the Wattpad, but it's there. Another one could argue this, okay? Makes MCR, Umbrella Academy, Love, My Love. Now, you guys, everyone's gonna exit on the stream on this, but listen. Love, 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 by love. Now, if you guys were on the internet back in the day, you would know this meme was so fucking funny. I say back in the day, it's like 4 years ago, but this meme like fucking killed me back then. Also, I said something completely wild the other day. I have really bad death anxiety, and it stems back to, and 9/11, 2024, it was that day I was at Outback Steakhouse. I got tipsy and drunk, and Mofu started talking about theories about death and stuff, and then I've been having death anxiety about it ever since. So yesterday I told her, and I didn't realize how this sounded. I said, I want to go back to 9/11 and stop that from happening. And she was like, yeah, wouldn't anyone? And I'm like, wait, I want to go back to 9/11, 2024 and stop you from talking to me about death theories. I did not realize how that would have seemed like to her. So my bad, but there we go. You guys have learned so much today. Do you guys feel smarter? Now, if there's a girl you like, you will have to tell her, like, I'm so serious, guys. You will have to tell her, yeah, if I was an alpha, I would send you. If I was an alpha, I would court you. I'm telling you guys, it'll work. It'll work. Fuck no. Man, take my advice, bro. Why not? Gomi has no idea. Dude, I could get any girl I want. I'm not even joking, bro. Truthfully, I think I can. Even more so if you guys saw me IRL. I mean, just look at me, bro. I'm so freaking cute. Also, guys, I don't talk like this to the huzzes, bro. To the hoes, I don't talk like this. I only like dominant woman. Does that mean I'm slicking? Yeah. Yeah, it means you're an Omega. X. Now get on all fours and... I'm joking. You're worse than collabs? Yeah, but I'm not trying to rizz up those women is the thing. I'm not trying to rizz them up. Yeah. What were we talking about?